What's going on, guys, and welcome back to LOI TV. Now today it is episode 12 of the LOI transfer show. The season is just over a week away and I am so excited. How are you feeling? Let me know in the comments below about you. How are you feeling ahead of the new campaign? Is your team looking well? Do you need another signing or two still? Or are you happy with your squad? Let me know down below. If you do end up enjoying the video, guys, and want to see more of this type of content, make sure to drop a like down below, and while you're there you may as well hit that subscribe button. Let's jump right into it. We always do it in alphabetical order, so we will start off with Bohemians, and they have made one signing. I did think they were actually going to be finished their business, but they did bring in one player, and that is a winger, Callum Thompson, on loan from Wolves. Apparently he's very quick, so keep an eye out for him this season, Bows fans. Apparently he's very highly rated, a really dynamic winger, and it's going to add a lot of competition. Bows fans said that they did lack a little bit of pace and stuff on the wings last season. They lacked that kind of cutting edge. Danny Grant, Twardick, and now Callum Thompson are going to look to provide that next season, and having that extra competition is only going to be a good thing. I have done a video on what to expect from Bohemians for 2020. It's on the channel right now, so make sure to go check that out if you haven't already. I've also done one for the team I'm going to talk about next, Cork City, so go check that out as well. We will have these videos coming out for every team in the League of Ireland, so keep your eyes peeled and make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss an upload. But yeah, Cork City have brought in a couple of players, starting off with Kyron Stabana. Now they have needed a lot of defensive reinforcements, Cork. They are lacking in that department, and they've brought in Stabana from Wimbledon. He's 21. He can play right back or centre back, which is really good. It gives him that little bit of cover and competition in those areas. Another defender they've brought in is Joe Redmond, a very highly rated centre back. Plays for Birmingham City. He's coming on loan, and he's going to add a lot of competition there as well. He's probably going to start alongside Rob Slevin at the heart of Cork's defence. So I think they needed that. I said in the what to expect video, it was actually before this transfer was announced, that they needed another centre back, and they have gone ahead and signed one, which I think is absolutely crucial. Next player they've brought in is 22-year-old Rayon Dillon. He's a striker. They've brought him in from the England non-league, which is kind of hit and miss really in the League of Ireland. It is a big step up from non-league England, so whether he's going to have a successful period or not remains to be seen with Cork, but they did need another attacking option. Connor Davis is their only kind of real main attacking striker, so having another one up there was really necessary to get in the door. And finally, Cork City have also brought in Henry Ochieng. He's previously worked with Neil Fenn at Leyton Orient. He's a midfielder who Fenn knows well, so as soon as he kind of became available, Fenn really wanted to get him in the door, which says a lot. And he could be one to look out for this season. He's a young midfielder, so we'll add some competition in that area. So yeah, I'm excited to see how he gets on. Next up we have Derry City, who'll be looking to challenge at the top end of the table again this season. They've brought in a couple of players since we've last spoke as well, starting off with Tim Nilsson. He's a striker from Norway. They've brought him in from the Norwegian League, I think it is. He's 27 years old, and he had a really good goal scoring record with his previous club. 32 goals in 53 games is nothing to be sniffed at, and if he can replicate that kind of form in the League of Ireland, he could add a lot to Derry this season, and they could really push up to a title challenge if he can really start firing from the off. They've also brought in Musa Bakayoko, a 23-year-old midfielder from the Ivory Coast. He'll definitely add some competition in that area. And finally, they have brought in defender Danny Lopano. He's a centre back that they've brought in on loan from Hull City for 6 months. Highly rated as well. Good pedigree, and he could be a good signing if they can play him alongside maybe Ali Gilchrist and Owen Toyle and players like that. I think Derry could be really ones to look out for this season. They look like they've a solid structure to their squad. They've replaced players that have left the club, and they're looking like they've improved as well. So Derry are ones to look out for. Moving on to the champions, Dundalk. Now, in the previous episode I said that they did have a Scottish attacker on trial with them, Cammy Smith, and they have gone ahead and signed him up on a year's contract. He will add some extra competition in that area of the pitch alongside the likes of Pat Holbin and Georgie Kelly, maybe out wide as well. He must have impressed Vinnie Perth while on trial, and they have signed the former Dundee United attacker, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on this season. Dundalk fans, are you happy with that one? Next up we have Finn Harps. Now they've brought in another defender to compete at centre back along the likes of Alvin Webster and Shane McElhenney, I think it is. They've brought in Kosovar Sadiki. He's a young defender. They brought him in on loan from Hibernian, and Hibernian fans have actually said that he is a good player. And Finn Harps do need to have a really good defensive unit to remain in the league next season. So with this signing, it could really help them. Another player they've brought in the defensive area is Sean Kelly. Now he's kind of versatile enough, 31 years old, so brings a lot of experience. He was previously with Limerick, and I think he had a few spells at other places as well, but he gets along well with Ollie Horgan, and he'll add a lot in the dressing room as well as on the pitch. I think having experienced heads like that is crucial for a season where you know you're kind of going to struggle. Having someone that's been there, done that is so important. Finn Harps have also brought in a midfielder, Leo Donnellan. He's a former under-18 Irish international, and I think they had him on a bit of a trial period before this, and they have signed him up. So that's kind of a one that I've never really heard of him before. But if he can hit the ground running, that's a big boost for Finn Harps this season. Next up, we have St. Patrick's Athletic. Now, in the last episode of the LOI transfer show, I said that they badly needed a striker, and they have gone and got a striker. It was the obvious area that needed to improve on, and Stephen O'Donnell has rectified that by bringing in Martin Rennie, a 25-year-old striker who was formerly with Montrose in Scotland. I haven't heard a lot about him, but whether he can score the goals that can really fire Pats into the top 3 area, I'm not too sure, not entirely convinced, but it's one of those things we have to kind of give him a chance. I wouldn't be surprised if Pats are still kind of in the market, or whether they have to jump back into it at the halfway point of the season to bring a striker in. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But Martin Rennie is the person Stephen O'Donnell has turned to this season to bang them the goals that really fired him into that European places, which he has to be aiming for. Next up, we have Waterford, who've actually added a couple of interesting players into their squad. First of all, Tyreek Wilson, which is a really one that I'm very impressed by. He's a former Man City left back. They brought him in from Man City. He was really highly rated at underage schoolboy level. So I'm really excited to see how he does at Waterford. I'm surprised he's come back to the League of Ireland. I've heard a lot of really good things about him. I think he's only 20 years old. He says he's come back to Waterford and says he bases his style of play on Ashley Cole, where he defensive minded first but loves to get forward and put balls into the box and stuff like that. So be interested to see how he gets on, if he can live up to like that kind of reputation that he's kind of put on himself. Next up, Waterford have brought in an attacking option to compete with the likes of Graham Cummins and Michael O'Connor. They've brought in Matty Smith. The 22-year-old joins from Dundee United and will look to hit the ground running at Waterford. And finally, they have brought in Ali Coote, a 21-year-old creative midfielder that they've signed from Brentford on a permanent deal. He looks like a really talented player. From what I've heard, he loves to get on the ball and make things happen. So that's a good signing from Waterford. A couple of weeks ago I would have said that Waterford were definitely going to be down there this season, but they've made a lot of shrewd, really nice signings, and make me start to rethink where I'm going to place them in my LOI league table prediction video that's going to be coming next week. And this week I just saw a deal in the first division that kind of caught my eye. Ryan Graydon, a winger from Bohemians last season, has moved to Bray Wanderers. This is an interesting one. Fair play to him if he recognised that he wasn't going to get a lot of first team opportunities at Bows this season. A move to Bray Wanderers, playing first division football, playing week in week out, is going to be the best for his development. It's a very mature decision, it's a good decision, but maybe it could have been pushed out the door. Obviously Bohemians brought in Callum Thompson from Wolves, a winger. Maybe that was another thing that kind of pushed him further down the pecking order and made him feel like he needed to get that move away. So I think that's going to be a good sign for Bray, and I think Bray's squad is looking quite good for next season. Anyways guys, there you have it, a quick roundup of all the transfers that have gone on recently. What do you guys make of your team's squad coming into the new season? There's probably still a few transfers yet to be done, so in the last week leading up to the season, don't be surprised to see a few deals being pushed over the line, but I think more or less teams are starting to really get their squads together. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please make sure to drop a like, it means a lot. And if you want to stick around for more content like this and lots of content coming throughout the LOI season, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Hope you enjoyed guys, catch yous in a bit.